Welcome to the episode number 62 of the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint with your host Lolita. And I want to continue conversation that we already had in the previous episode about how stressful it can be if you need support from someone and they're not giving you what you really need. So today I want to talk about how stressful it can be when someone gives you that support one time, maybe two times, but not the third time, or the circumstances always changing with them. Basically, it is very stressful to cannot rely on people. So let's say it's a workplace environment and you have a coworker that, they're just really not delivering on time. Well, you can always have a conversation with them about the deliverables. Then probably can have escalation to the supervisor and say, look, this person still cannot deliver. Maybe you need to address, some workload. Maybe they doing too much. Maybe they don't know how to do it, so they need to get more training. And you can involve other people, right? Because while it's a workplace environment and the worst comes to worst, if it gets unbearable, or that other person that is not really reliable and causes you so much stress and puts you in some trouble, then you just can leave the job. But what is that you do in the situation if, let's say, that's your family? You cannot leave your family. You cannot leave your kids. Let's say you are live with someone that they keep on promising that you're going to do something, but they can't. Uh, Maybe not because they don't want to, but it's very difficult to even make them to think that they need to change. Because as you know, nobody can change if they don't want to. You cannot really entice or push people into changing. You can inspire them, but okay, let's just say, for example, I had a client who came to me and she said that her husband is, well, just have some addiction problems. And she said she was trying to do everything and nothing worked. But she still expects him to perform different things, isn't it? She still expects him to be around the house, provide for the family, be a father. And it's not like a situation at work, like she's just gonna be like, oh, you know what? Well, I talked with the supervisor and you're not really doing good enough, so I'm gonna quit now. You cannot really quit on family that you're living with. You can't. So how is it you deal with that? Like in any situation that really causing us worry and stress, by having a plan that does not include that person. Always prepare for the worst. Imagine, okay, your kids need to be picked up from school, but your husband didn't show up. What is it you're going to do? What's your plan B? When you already have a plan and you give that person a chance to do it and they don't do it, you will manage that stress much better than if you will expect them to deliver and then don't, and then you have no plan. Now that is just a really big stress and it can cause a lot of different bad things in the family. It doesn't matter, like it can really depend on the situation, how bad it can get. But if you already have a plan, what you're going to do, who you can ask for help, or maybe you even can look at that situation, have a conversation with them, or not even have conversation with them because maybe you already had conversation and nothing helped. What is it you can help yourself not to stress when you take that responsibility from that person and put that somewhere else? For example, maybe you can have a nanny who will go pick up your kids. Maybe you can take away other responsibilities from the person to mitigate the damage if they will not deliver. Obviously, first of all, they always have a choice to deliver, but if they can't, many times we think that other people are always so strong and they all put together and they can do it, and they for some reason just not doing it, even if we're asking and we're begging them. Not everybody have their things together, and some people just not capable of performing of the way you want them to perform, and it has probably nothing to do with you. It has to do with their own traumas, their own problems that they need to face and process. And when somebody is not really capable of performing well for themselves, they're probably not going to show up for you either. So then there should be a different conversation of saying, okay, you need help. What kind of help I can give you? And that you can help me when I need your help. Then that's a different type of conversation. But overall, if somebody is not giving you support that you need, it's very stressful. But when there's constant inconsistency, at least be consistent with yourself by providing yourself a plan B. If you already know how that person may not behave, even if you ask them, always have plan B. Always ask other people for help because that's the only one way. And then, of course, if the situation gets out of hand, you just have to leave. Could be a family, could be a friend, could be a workplace environment. So if you're watching this on YouTube, if you found this video of interest, please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you have not. And tomorrow, in the next episode, we'll be talking a little bit more of things, but I'm going to start talking about my book that I am getting ready to have a second edition. Yes, you know what? I'm just going to tell you all about it in the next episode. How about that?